Hello, it me, Ginger Lemon, and we are here with episode 10 of West of Loathing. Let's get into it. I'm sure by now you guys have seen at least the first episode of Choo Choo Charles. So that's fun. Okay, what are we doing? It's been so long. Oh yeah, I'm back in my mom's sweater. It's not as cold right now, so we're not doing Hello Kitty at this moment. I need to ask Pete what we're doing. Pete! Reckon I'll just wait out here till you're done. Not the religious sort, don't care for invisible voices speaking from on high as such. Pete says we should get the... Oh my god. Oh yeah, we just finished this, so... Buddy, I don't know how to get the fucking saltpeter. Ugh. Saltpeter's at Fort All Dead. Maybe I'll stumble across them. Whoa! To your delight, you see the silhouette of a big circus tent towering over the pines. You discover a new map location, a circus. Go there now. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess it's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. Smatter. You don't like clowns? They're creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Oh sure, you mean old tales about demon cows and demon clowns fighting down in hell? Yeah. And how rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles and it became a traditional thing. What the fuck? Bruh. I remember them stories from when I was a youngin' myself. Ain't thought about that in decades. Don't be fooling your bitch. Don't be fooling your fouling your britches though. I thought he was said bitches. These clowns is just fellas in makeup. Yeah, I know. Still cruising out though. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, so they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's Perfect Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow. Ma'am, how may I help you? What? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then, haha, but if you want to see it inside, you'll need a ticket, and presumably you can sell me one? Why, I certainly can. That's my job after all. For you, ma'am, a ticket will cost 500 meat. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, ma'am, at this price, it's a real steal. Well, you've got that right. 5,000 meat? Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunkin little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and amazing demonstrations of knife-throwing skills by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. Oh, well, we got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? More like some. We got some of them. We've got your favorites: popcorn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps. And get this, did you hear about the new thing a fella invented called cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works, mostly, more or less. Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on the stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? Oh, right, sure. Why, whatever do you mean? Outfox! First, you ask for an outrageous sum of meat, and then you describe your circus in terms that make it sound distinctly cut rate. Well now, if you really expected me to pay that much, you'd be doing your best to make it sound like a magical paradise. On the other hand, if it really is as chintzy as you describe it, you'd be asking a price cheap enough to overcome poor word of mouth. Which leads me to the conclusion that for some reason, you don't actually want to sell me a ticket. The clown starts to look nervous. Now, let's not jump to conclusions, friend. I'm just pulling your leg a bit, clowning around like we do. It's all good, it's all in good fun. So the actual price is 500 meat. I could buy half a horse for that. Well, sure, but what are you going to do with half a horse? The circus is much more entertaining. Alright, let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. Wow! As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, ma'am," in a loud, enthusiastic voice. You stroll into the circus, actually I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, and find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. This appears to be a shooting gallery type carnival game. Howdy there, miss. What we have here is a game for sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck all the same. What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underflated balloons. For 10 me, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Yeah. You shoot at the balloons until the pistol jams. You manage to pop a few, but not very many. The clown nods. Yep, that's about average. Not enough to win a prize, though. Sorry. Wow! Should've upped my moxie. This appears to be some kind of card-based carnival game, though it's not clear how it works from here. Step right up, miss, step right up. If I must say so, you've got the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you, and I happen to have a game here to put those faculties to rest. The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I'll show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, ma'am. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you've got a touch of magic in you and you want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. What's the prize? Oh, okay. You carefully scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you, and he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Give it a lot of moxie. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck, and holding them up with the backs to you. You manage to guess a few, but not very many. Oh my god. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, ma'am? No, but I'll keep an eye on. What's it look like? It's shiny steel, and it's on a little chain. Alright. This... Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You heave the mallet off the counter and struggle to carry it over to the lever, which you don't so much as hit as to drop the mallet onto it, completely out of breath. The little bell striker doesn't move at all. Wow, there's a word for when something is so unimpressive it actually becomes... You know what? Well, you're an asshole. Okay. The stage show isn't until later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Alright. The clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. What do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day? Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh. How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. For everyone else, 300 meat. Oh, okay. You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. Thanks. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around, making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on, take your time. Have a look around. Just remember, no touching. The shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Oh no. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern or colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says clown eggs. In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that are working in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Interesting. Hey, step back please, no touching. Sorry. I wasn't gonna touch it. Why do those look like tiny fetuses? These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. You lean a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contained malformed and mutilated animals, pickled in formaldehyde? That's worse. A 3-headed kitten? Some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs? A twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or a tail? Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others, and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody. This is worse than what I feared it was originally. No fucking thanks, so no. This guy is startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello, I'm Ginger. How's it going? So, the circus gig. How do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. I understand. Wink, I guess? I guess not. Take a closer look. You move a little closer to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first, at glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things, though. First, he has an odd lump at what you would call the base of his skull. If he had one. A sort of crumpled fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some kind of imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. I need to free this man. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and a bit old-fashioned. He's smoking a pipe, leafing through a magazine when you stop to look at him. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. I'm Ginger. Delighted to meet you. So what's your deal? Why am I in the sideshow, you mean? Well, yeah, you seem perfectly normal. How far right of you? Of course, it is only natural to wonder. Wait a minute, you said the last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up, turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you would expect. What in the... surprising you? A bit, yeah! How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his face. Head. So his other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body, two faces. It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind, with, as you say, two faces. You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be if you wouldn't mind. Okay. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. What? What? Why are you in a sideshow? I have a contract! Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board and travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. These people are in danger! These people are being held captive! What the fuck? What is this place? There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. Hello there, enjoying the carnival? No! Well, it's interesting. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Ginger. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Ginger. Why are you in a box? I'm scared to ask questions in a box. That's a rather personal question, isn't it? No! Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to... Yes? Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moseys over. He unlocks the door to the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, You see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, and then begins to slowly deflate. It's some kind of trick, right? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to the... It's horrifying! Like something out of a nightmare! Yes, that is accurate description. I'm sorry. I hope I haven't insulted you. No offense taken. I've only seen it myself once in a mirror. It took quite a while to get used to the situation. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. Ah, I got a perk! Anatomical learning. Let's go. How did this happen to you? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Oh no. Oh no! Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. I don't like it here. I hate it here. This is a terrible place. No! What are they made out of? Step right up, and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? The cotton candy, the finest, in several senses of the word. Spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process that's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. How do you make it? He puts a metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here. Can't you tell how it works? Much as I'd like to brag, it's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. Couple dentists down south were the first one. Dentists, go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my own design too. Sorry, miss. These secrets are in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'll be happy to sell you some cotton candy. I don't want to take anything from here. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. Oddly, he looks exactly like a... What colors do you have? Just take a look. They're all red. How do you make them float around like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Of course. Where's that kid's fucking bottle cap necklace, dude? Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult the doctor. Okay. Okay. We need to increase our mysticism and moxie. We need to win one of these games. You drink the substance. Sass, but whatever. I can't consume a bullet, my dude. Mysticality. You can't eat that because you're already too full. Okay. Alright, so we'll do mysticality. Bitch. You carefully scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you. I'm surprised that they didn't make these, like, this is a perfect opportunity for minigames. Give it a lot. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just gonna bully them and fucking steal it. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Dude, where's this kid's bottle cap necklace? I'm gonna fucking... I'm leaving. We're leaving. I'm done here. This is a horrifying place. I'm done here. I'm leaving. Bye. Where's the fucking... Okay, we're done with this episode. Thank you. This was episode 10. It was a time of all time. I don't want to revisit the circus, but I have a feeling we'll be back. And I'll see you guys for episode 11. See ya!